Krishna or the Buddha are the way. Still some believe it's right to say in the name of Jesus when you pray. We are a humankind of 7 billion. So many different races and religions, and it all comes down to one. Some say God's a him, and still many believe that he is a her. Does God live in our hearts, or is she somewhere out there in the universe? We are a humankind of 7 billion. So many different races and religions, and it all comes down to one. How far will we have to go before we learn the lesson? Gandhi was a Hindu, Martin Luther King a Christian. Regardless of religion, they knew love was the mission, and it all comes down to one. No God at all, or a pantheon of gods up in the sky. We can heal our broken heart if we give up the desire to be right. We are a humankind of 7 billion. So many different races and religions, and we all want the same things: health, love, prosperity, and peace. Tolerance is the seed, and the gift of your acceptance is the tree. We are a humankind of 7 billion. So many different races and religions, and it all comes down to one. Whether you are red, brown, yellow, black or white, a man with a husband or a woman with a wife, we can debate until the end of time who's wrong and who is right, but we can see ourselves as one, 'cause it all comes down to love.
Purpose statement. Our purpose is to create a spiritual community that recognizes that there is one presence and one power in the universe, God. Daily, we actively practice this spiritual truth. We open our heart space to each person to acknowledge one another as expressions of God. It is in each other that we see God.
Beautiful Sunday, Open Heart family. It's Angela Sargent, and I have been charged with the task of doing your evocation this morning. I am so grateful for this opportunity because I've learned so much being a part of the Open Heart family. Being born and raised in a Baptist church, I've always heard the term invocation, meaning to invite the Spirit in. And after my dabble into just spirituality beyond the four walls of a Baptist church and really, really going down a rabbit hole and talking to John, who is an amazing spiritual resource, realizing that the evocation is more appropriate for where I am in my life because I acknowledge that the Spirit is in me always. I realize that there's no need to invite something that's already present. But what I should do is show my signs of gratitude and I should activate it and I should act accordingly because the Spirit is in me. And as I move, I need to always be reminded that the Spirit is in me at all times and I should move accordingly. So at this point, I am so grateful to have this opportunity to be with you. I would love for us to just take a moment to truly concentrate on our breathing, releasing from our minds anything that could be a distraction to prevent us from hearing and receiving what the Spirit has for us on today. I am sending a beautiful, special blessing just out to all of those that you are listening that are tuned in right now. Blessing you, your families, and anything that you touch throughout this week. I'm grateful that the Spirit is here with us in this safe community where we can explore our spirituality, where we can ask questions, where we can deprogram ourselves to receive all of the wonderful things that are already in us. The bliss, the good health, the peace, all of those things we have the power to activate as long as we begin to act accordingly and recognize that anything that we could ask for or imagine is within us. And so for that, I am truly grateful. I pray that the word today that comes from John is a blessing to us and that we continue to set our expectations high for what it is we want out of life, what it is we want out of our community. I am grateful. I am grateful. I am grateful.
Pieces of the brokenness inside. I am light. 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 I am light.
from the heart reaches the heart. Good morning and welcome to our Heartstream for this Sunday, January the 21st, 2024. I'm so glad that you've joined us for this morning's Heartstream. For those of you that are in the Memphis area and in some other places around the country, I know that right now we have been under, some people call it the snowpocalypse, but we've had a lot of snow and winter weather here in Memphis. It has shut the city down in a number of ways. We're starting to dig out, but there's still places that are not completely cleared of snow and the ice and everything else. So I just urge you in your comings and goings in the next few days. I know it's supposed to warm up later in the week, to just be safe and to be careful. One of the benefits of being virtual is that you are able to be in the comfort of your own home or wherever you choose to be to watch us. And again, let your friends know about this Heartstream. There are people that are, we've got new people that are subscribing to our YouTube channel. If you've not subscribed already, I urge you to do so. When the notifications come out on Facebook and YouTube about the Sunday Heartstream, all of that, if you share it with your friends, and if you're watching on Facebook, for example, you can always share the Heartstream with others so that people who come across your profile will see that you are watching, that you're part of that. And I thank the people who already do that. Some very important things just to say, to mention. This is the last day. I've mentioned, and you'll see the announcement about it later, the opportunity to participate in the Dream Builders virtual watch party that we're going to have this coming Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It's an opportunity for us to be in a collective group. I know there's some people who say, well, it's virtual, I can watch it on my own. And that's true. But there is something about the power of numbers and being in an environment where there are people of like minds, of like energies, and all of that. In addition to that, not only are we going to do the session, but there'll be other things that we'll do in a collective manner. And following this, for several months after that, there are going to be some follow-up sessions and classes that I'm going to do to extend what it is that we learn and experience, so it's not just a one-time thing, but it's something that benefits us. So I've talked about, I know that personally, and for my wife, Emma, it benefited us a great, great deal. Again, thank you for all that it is that you do. I know I announced that I was supposed to be the speaker at Unity Christian Church today, but they decided because of the weather conditions to cancel their service, so that will not happen. And I know there's some people that were looking to go to support me, and I always appreciate your support. Thank you for all that you do. And as always, thank you for your financial contributions. Ask, if you've not done so, that you consider making a contribution to Open Heart, that we continue the things that it is that we do. As I close, and I know I could get on here and start to ramble sometimes, but there is something also that I'd like to say. The voices from the heart. Know that we, each week we work at providing music for you, and we get the music for you. Thanks to our music director, Jason Tejada, who people may not know drives up from Oxford, Mississippi every week to do our rehearsals, to compose the music, to do the video of the music, all of those things. And one of the songs is the song that's going to be one of the songs that you will hear this morning, "The Spirit of God is Upon Me." It is a song that was written by Michael Beckwith and Ricky Byers, and then later a lot of people associate that song with Ricky Byers. And just the other day, Jason let us know that Ricky Byers, in searching on YouTube, came across the video that he had done of us singing. Actually, it was the background instrumental part, but she remarked on it, and she talked about how pleased she was to see that, how we did a great job, and then at the end, she said we were pretty people too. So it's just a big thing to celebrate in some ways, because Ricky is a person that I know that a number of us at Open Heart appreciate her music. I feature it in a lot of the things that we have, um, including prior to the prayer call, during the Heartstream, and many other ways, because I think her music and her energy is a gift to the world, and it just meant a lot to us to be acknowledged by a person who was the creator of, this really fantastic song. So anyway, you will see that later, and I appreciate all that you do. And as always, I take this opportunity as I end to say to each and every one of you, I greet you, I bless you, I see God in you.
Our affirmation for the month of January. I expect more in 2024. I am open to new opportunities, joy, and abundance in the coming year. My thoughts create my reality, and I choose positivity, growth, and success. This year, I manifest my best life. I expect more in 2024. Amen, Ashe, and so it is.
Today is a day like no other day. Just think and you'll know that it's true. Days like today should be holidays. So I'm singing this message to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Just have a happy day. I used to think that I should. The scripture told me that I had to be good. But now I love because I want to. I love because I am free. I'm guided by the Spirit. Let me tell you, the Spirit of God is upon me. Yes, it is. Every day, it's upon me. The Spirit of God, it's upon me. Upon me, the Spirit of God is upon me. Whoa. I don't need any prodding. I don't need any law. I want to sing with all my heart. I want to sing with all my soul. I let go of my burdens. Loving life has made me free. I'm guided by my Spirit. And let me tell you, the Spirit of God is upon me. Yes, it is. Every day, the Spirit of God is upon me. Upon me, Spirit of God is upon me. Oh, the Spirit of God is upon me. Yes, it is. Spirit of God is upon me. Whoa.
that loving me would be hard. But loving me is wonderful. Loving my life is ecstasy. I thank God for my freedom. Yes, I do. The Spirit of God is upon me. Yes, it is. The Spirit of God, it's upon me. Oh. The Spirit of God is upon me. It's upon me. Oh. The Spirit of God is upon me. The Spirit of God is upon me. Oh. The Spirit of God is upon me. It's upon me. It's upon me. Oh. Spirit of God is upon me. The Spirit of God is upon me. Oh. Spirit of God is upon me. Spirit of God is upon me. Oh. It's upon me. Oh. It's upon me. Oh. It's upon me. Oh. Yes, it is. Every day, in every way.
Hello, Open Heart. Welcome. Today's reading is from Ancestor Paths by Aladukun, Ancestor Prayer 2. Mighty ancestors, you are the symbol of my lineage. Therefore, I call upon you to step in and guide my life. I ask that you walk by my side so that I can come to know that I am never alone. You are deceased, but God's power makes you mighty in your own way. Grab hold of the divine light so that you can protect my family and me from the dangers and sufferings of the world. Protect us from evil and cleanse us of the troubles we bear. Ancestors known and unknown, help me understand the essence of prayer and spirit so that I can understand you as a way to understand myself. Give me insight and vision in the face of insurmountable odds so that I can obtain the things I need to live comfortably, and teach me from your invisible world so that I can manifest fruitfully in all areas of my life. Help me understand your great wisdom so that our lessons will remain forever alive. In the name of the Most High, and so it is. Have a great day.
Let's take a minute and find out what's happening with Open Heart this week and in the weeks to come. Here are your announcements. At Open Heart, we believe in the power of affirmative prayer. Each and every individual and family you see represented here, we continue to pray for you. Our prayer team each morning remembers you, and we hold the space for you, as well as all of you who are a part of our Open Heart family. There are several ways to give to Open Heart: through our Cash App at OHSC901, online at OHSC901.com, or text the word GIVE to 615-422-4290. Begin or continue your day with prayer through our daily affirmative prayer call every morning at 8 a.m. Central Time, 901-586-8755. A special thanks to our prayer team, Gabriel Dixon, Judy Card, Carolyn Head, and Krista Thayer, for leading us in prayer every morning at 8 a.m. Central Time. This team and the others who join us for the prayer call hold the space for each and every one of you. And our prayer call is every 365 days a year. We do not miss. Join us. Discover the art and science of creating an abundant future. Unlock your power to design a life you love. You're invited to a gathering to watch Dream Builder Live with Mary Morrissey, a virtual event January the 26th through the 28th. Friday and Saturday it begins at 11 a.m. through 9 p.m. and on Sunday 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. This is an opportunity for you to attend this session. If you will go to our website at ohsc901.com and sign up, you will receive more information. There is a cost of $150 to cover the meals for this period. We know that this is a time commitment for you. We ask that you would stay for as much of it as possible. And there'll be more details for those who are interested in learning more.
Expect the miracle.
Come on, take our
One of the things that I appreciate about this Heartstream, this technology, is the fact that we reach people in many different places. I mean, on any given Sunday, there are people not only in the Memphis area that are watching, but there are people in other parts of Tennessee, North Carolina, California, Texas, Arizona, uh, um, many other, Florida, many other places that people are also watching our Heartstream. If you don't mind, if you want to, you can, in the comment section, the chat section, just type in where it is that you're watching from. But I appreciate that. I love the fact that our message is getting out. Tell other people, spread the word around, because there are people that watch that I found out all the time that had no idea that we're watching. But one of the things I'm saying all that to say is that I know that for us here in Memphis, and I know it happened in other places in the country, but here in Memphis this past week, we've had our share of snow. That's right. It started last Sunday afternoon, and then we got the snow, and then later we got freezing rain and wintry mix, and it shut the city down to a large degree. The university where I teach, the University of Memphis, we didn't open at all last week, and we're going to be all virtual this week. But it has done things that we are not necessarily used to here, because we don't have the weather like that in the kind of volume that we had quite often. And there was a lot of opinions about how our city government and officials handled everything. I'm not getting into that. But looking back at the snow, and it made me think about a particular time in the past where I was watching the news, and there was a similar storm, I believe somewhere in the Northeast, that had just paralyzed that part of the country. People were stranded in places, and particularly in airports, because flights couldn't get in or get out because of the volume of snow and everything. So you have people who were sitting in the airport, who had spent the night and all of that. And as they were panning through the ticket counters, there was one guy that was at a counter that was saying to the ticket agent, "I expect you to get me on a plane, and I expect you to get me out of here, and I expect you to do it now." And as I watched that, I laughed, because I said, here you have all of these things that are happening, all of these things are going on. The airport has been shut down. And what makes you think that just for you're going to get the opportunity to fly out when no one else could? But he was just demanding, "I expect this, I expect that." And as I thought about that, I thought about the subject for today's message, the power of expectation. And that's one thing I don't want us to think that I have in mind when I talk about expectation. I'm not talking about a place or a situation like that where there's, this man is demanding things in a way and in a manner when there's a very slim chance or possibility of that happen, given the situation and circumstance. But I do want to talk about the power of expectation, or the law of expectation, or the principle of expectation. There are a number of spiritual laws that we talk about in our New Thought, Ancient Wisdom teaching. Probably the most popular, most well known would be the law of attraction, because a lot of people a number of years ago got caught up in that whole idea of the law of attraction. It was gimme, 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 what the universe can give me, the universe becoming this sort of cosmic slot machine or something else. And then there are other laws, but and sometimes I'm still uncomfortable with calling them laws. I like to talk about them in terms of being principles. But whatever, the idea that there is a principle or a law of expectation that we can put into practice, that we can put into effect, is important. And that's part of the reason why when I put together the monthly affirmation for this month, I expect more in 2024, is because I wanted to get to the point to talk about how the power, the principle, the law of expectation can help us in our lives, how it can move us forward in such a manner, in such a way that things unfold in our lives. And so those things that are outlined in the affirmation about enjoying more health, more prosperity, more abundance, healthier relationships well-being, all of that can be possible for us because we put into practice the power of expectation. So I want to talk about the power of expectation this morning. And to simply give a definition of expectation, that when whatever you expect with confidence becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. Whatever you expect with confidence becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. That's a part of the definition of talking about the law of expectation. But as we put it out there, it comes back to us. I can remember in elementary school, I had a friend named James Dix, and James was a person who could do, just a spot on Flip Wilson impression when he would do Geraldine, and he would, glide through the classroom and do the character Geraldine. I know I'm telling my age. Some of you may not remember that, but then when he do the part, what you see is what you get. Well, I had a message a few years ago that took issue with Geraldine. I said, Geraldine, I disagree with you. It's wrong. It's not what you see is what you get. It's what you expect is what you get. It's what you expect is what you get. The power of expectation. And that becomes mightily important. I think it's also important to look at it from the perspective of how this law, this principle of expectation comes about in our New Thought, Ancient Wisdom teaching. If we can look all the way back to a story that is told about the Master Jesus, when the Master Teacher Jesus was approached by the Roman centurion who said that one of the people that worked for him was sick, and he wanted Jesus's assistance in this man being healed. And so Jesus said to him, well, give me a few minutes, I'll be able to get with you and we can go to your house and take care of him. And the centurion's response was, no, I don't, you don't have to do that. I am a person who understands how things work. I give the people that work for me a command or tell them what to do, and it happens. And I know the same thing can happen for you. If you just tell or declare that the person is healed, that person will be healed. And I know I'm paraphrasing and putting a lot into that, but essentially that was what he said. And then Jesus' response was, first of all, he hadn't found in greater faith in all of Israel than in this particular Roman centurion, who were the occupiers or the colonizers of that particular time. But he goes on to say, and this is the key text, the key term in ancient thought, new wisdom, new thought, ancient wisdom. This is one of the key texts that we use a lot, and you've heard me talk about this. And that is when Jesus said, okay, it's taken care of. It is done unto you as you believe. It is done unto you as you believe. And I've often asked, what's the most important word in that particular sentence? And a lot of people will say believe and all, but the most important one is as, A-S. As, in the manner that we believe. It is done unto us in the manner in which we believe. The law of expectation, that as we expect things to happen, as we expect something to happen in the way that we truly believe, and that's important. I'm going to get to that in a minute. But it's important that as the manner in which we believe, it is done unto us. Expectation and hope are two different things. Expectation and hope are two different things. Hope is just kind of, willy-nilly, maybe it'll happen, maybe it won't. If, the universe, if we spin the wheel and maybe it'll come around to my number, I'm hoping. But expectation is an assurance. It is that understanding and that awareness that what we place into the law, the creative medium, will happen as we do it with confidence, as we do it with a sense of conviction, as we do it with a sense of certainty. Then it will unfold and it will happen for us. Oftentimes, when we say that we are expecting things, and this is really, really important, when we declare that we are expecting something, very often, while we may declare with our mouths that we're expecting something, that deep within our hidden thoughts, those thoughts that have been with us for a long time, are counteracting the very thing which we declare that we are expecting. If we say that we expect strong, productive, fulfilling relationships, but there's a part inside of us that is looking back at the past, those relationships that were not fulfilling, that were not strong, that were not rich and meaningful. And there's that aspect that is nagging at us and that is pulling at us and that is pulling away from the sense of certainty and the sense of conviction that's necessary to really get this power to really activate and begin doing its thing. So it becomes important then to root out the causes of those thoughts, root out those causes. And a lot of times, one of the main things that falls there is that idea of worthiness. The fact that we feel unworthy for some reason or another. So who are we to expect certain things because we're not even worthy? Who are we to expect to be good looking or attractive? Who are we to expect to be successful? Who are we to expect all kinds of ways in which we can experience abundance? Who are we to expect that creativity will come? All of that because the idea of not being good enough, not being worthy, not being something you will hear talked about a lot, the imposter syndrome. Well, I'm here to declare and to tell you right now that you are worthy. You are worthy without qualification. You are worthy without condition. You are worthy without having to go through anything other than the fact that you are living, breathing, moving, having, experiencing, doing, being. That is here. That is the expression of God. And because of that, number one, you are worthy. And as you grasp that worthiness, as you begin to understand just how worthy, just how precious you are, as you move in that space and that awareness and that understanding, then you can get to the part where you begin kicking off the idea and using the power of expectation in your life. So it becomes important first to understand. So say this with me: I am worthy. I am worthy. I am enough. I am enough because you are. Because you are. You are a unique, individualized expression of God, and nobody can outbe you being you. And you ought to bloom where you're planted. You ought to know how worthy you are. So let's move on to talking about this idea, this power of expectation. That as we begin deciding what it is in our lives that we want to achieve, deciding even on a daily basis what it is that we expect to accomplish, what we expect to experience, what we expect to have manifest and unfold in our lives, that begins us on the creative process. The creative process. And I have up here on the screen the whole idea of the creative process as expressed through the symbol that is used in the science of mind. And at the top, that is the realm of spirit, where we first have the idea, because we talk about how our thoughts are things. And remember, everything is created twice. It's created in the mind, and then it manifests. So this is the process where the beginning, the creation in the mind, that we have ideas, we have thoughts, we set intentions, we set expectations, but we set it there, and we begin doing that. We do that through our affirmative prayer. We declare what it is that we want. We reinforce it through affirmations that allows us to be able to declare what it is that we expect and to see it, know that we see it. Because a lot of the language of affirmation should be about seeing. I am seeing this and seeing this in our mind's eye, seeing this even before it happens. But that's the first step. In the middle stage is that area, if you listen, I talk about the creative medium or the law, or that creative energy that corresponds to what is placed into it. It is the part that continues to, when we talk about our subconscious mind, that takes things and begins acting upon them as we place things into that. So we have the thinking stage, we have, if you will, the releasing and the letting go after we had declared that, and that is the second stage. It is, in the mind of God, in the creative medium, those things that you hear talked about. And then the final stage, the third stage, is the manifestation stage, where it comes out into reality and we have it and we experience it and it is there. What I think is important about the second stage also to say is that fact, that is when we have put it out there, when we have declared what it is that we wish, when we have affirmed for it, when we have treated for it, then it's a process of letting go. It's a process of not, we hear the analogy all the time of you don't take a seed and plant it in the ground, and then a couple of days later you dig it up to see whether or not it's growing. But you place it in the ground, you nurture it, you continue to hold the space, to hold the vision, you continue to do your affirmations, you continue to do the work, you continue to expect, understanding that what you expect is what you get. And when you wholeheartedly expect, when you wholeheartedly put your full meaning and your full power behind it, that's when things begin to unfold. That's when things begin to happen. That as we expect them to, and we put the power in them, then that happens. I love this quote by Ernest Holmes when he asked the question, can you afford the consequences of the way you are thinking? So it's important as we do these expectations, we recognize and realize what is the consequence of the way that we are thinking things. And then as we do so, we make a difference in our lives. And then finally, I think it's important that as we start asking ourselves questions about what our expectations are for our life, are we excited about the future, or are we being apprehensive and facing it with fear? Because our expectations, if you think about it, have brought us this far, and our expectations are going to take us where we're going. So I think it's important that beginning today, not tomorrow, but today, did I say today? Yes, today, beginning today, we're going to do three things. Believe in our desires or our expectations. We're going to expect the best outcomes. And then, this is mightily important, we're going to take daily actions that are aligned with our goal. That whatever it is that we expect, we act as if. We start aligning our actions. We start aligning our speech. We start aligning our thoughts. We start aligning all of the things that we can do as if it's already done, because it's already done in the mind of God. And as we line up with the truth, as we line up with our expectations, as we line up with all that's flowing and begin becoming open and available to what Spirit is doing, as the scripture reminds us, behold, I do a new thing. And as that new thing unfolds, as those things begin happening in our lives, the things unfold for us, the power of expectation becomes a reality for us, and we live it daily. It becomes that which wakes us up in the morning, excited for the day. It is that which keeps us going in the midst of hard times and troubles and tribulation. It is that which helps us to continue if we've fallen down to get back up. It is that which enables us to see the beauty of life, because we have that expectation. It's not what you see is what you get. What you expect is what you get. What you expect with conviction, what you expect with determination, what you expect with knowing, what you expect with allowing. Peace, abundant blessings. Amen, ashe, and so it is.
Thank you. I want to say thank you. Thank you. Thank you. grateful, so grateful, oh grateful, I'm so grateful. So I want to say thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. Thank you for my friends, Spirit, thank you for my friends. Thank you for my friends, Spirit, thank you for my friends. My wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful friends. My wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful friends. Now thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. I want to say thank you. Thank you. I want to say thank you. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you. 'Cause I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. So grateful. So grateful. So grateful. I'm so grateful. So grateful. I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you. Just thank you. Thank you. I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you. Thank you. Thank you. 'Cause I'm so grateful. Yeah. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I wanna just say thank you now. Just thank you now. 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 Each and every day I'm gonna say thank you. Thank you. Thank you.